Hey, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Perfect. How are you?
you. Let me see for a second what is going on. I'm gonna take a random wild guess based off the
Hmm.
fact that you threw Val in your like name on the site. I'm gonna say you probably play Valorant.
Yeah, the Valorant name is what I sent you.
Yep, yep. Makes sense that you would have that, and also because you're playing Valorant. So I'm gonna take another guess and say you want to improve at Valorant.
Exactly.
All right, perfect. I'm great at predicting people nowadays. Let's see. You want to share your screen so I can see a Valorant deathmatch so I can get an idea how
Yep.
you aim? Perfect.
Cool. Okay, let me know if you can see that.
Yep,
Cool. Would you want me to play team
just a
deathmatch or
deathmatch.
just deathmatch?
Just a deathmatch. I didn't even know they had a team deathmatch. Actually, I think I saw
Yeah,
something about that.
it's real cool. It's so much better than deathmatch. I
Is it?
prefer that. I prefer that over deathmatch any day. Yeah.
I'm just trying to see a few quick gunfights to see you aim. Like, I
Match
think I remember
found.
now. I think I saw a video on it from like, you know who Misfit is?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
I saw his video on it, and then
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really. I prefer that so much more.
I think I watched the first minute of it. He's impressive. He's gotten more subscribers from his first three videos or his first two videos in his first month than I did in my first year with like 90 videos on YouTube. It was really impressive.
That's because he's been putting out a lot of like guides and everything. I think.
Well,
To be honest with you, you do the same thing though.
yeah, exactly. Like same like niche of content, but he managed to
Mm,
do what I did in a
in a lot
year and
quicker
a
time.
hundred videos
Yeah,
in two videos because he's just like smart at planning his content.
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
pretty impressive.
cool. I hate deathmatch with a passion. I mean, not team deathmatch, but deathmatch.
Yeah, I
Just
literally
click.
just want to see you point and click. Don't worry
Cool.
about like the actual death matching part. Is it just me or is someone's CPU, GPU terrible?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I've got a cooler which is quite loud.
Internet should be like it
Oh,
should
as
have
in the
loaded in.
game, you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, the game loaded.
Yeah,
Like someone in your lobby is not
yeah.
loading fast.
I think I have decent enough setup for it to load up a lot quicker.
Yeah, although I think the way Valorant does it, I forget exactly, but if I remember correctly, you need
Yeah,
one person to have a bad setup, and then everyone's on the loading screen forever.
exactly. Wow, this is actually a lot longer than I thought it would be.
Yeah, this is actually absurd. It's been like 4 or 5 minutes of oh, nice. Oh, so it was you. Everyone else has 8 kills. Yeah, the lobby started without you. What's your peak rank right now?
Uh, Diamond 3.
Nice. What are you trying to get to? Like, do you care for Radiant, Immortal, just chilling where you are?
I would love to get to Immortal. Of course, Radiant will be a push, but I never say never. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a really bad habit of changing my settings from peripherals to like my mouse pad to my mouse every time I have a bad game. Like I can't stay consistent,
Mm-hmm.
and I have really shaky aim.
All right, let's stick with the first thing for a second. Why do you think that's bad?
What is? You mean shaky?
No, no. The first thing, like switching your peripherals. Why is that a bad habit? Switching your settings, switching your
I think it's
peripherals.
bad because of the fact, you know, when you just get used to something and then you keep on changing it. I guess that just ruins your consistency.
Nope, that's not why it's bad, but it is bad. Let's try again. Let's see if we can get it.
To be honest with you, I have no clue then. I thought that would be bad because it's the consistency,
No,
basically.
it really does not matter. You can change your mouse pad, change your mouse. It'll take you like a few hours to adjust. Change your sense, it'll take you 5 minutes to adjust. It's really not a big difference, and that's why you might even feel better on the new settings immediately, and then worse
Yeah.
right after, right? Because you can adjust very quickly to different things, especially if you've already played on that mouse and mouse pad before.
Yeah.
Then you'll be able to adjust very quickly. That's not the actual issue. The issue is that when you change your stuff around a bunch, you start thinking, oh, well, I just changed from, whatchamacallit, you start thinking that, like, the mouse and the sensitivity and all those things are what's actually going to make you better, when in reality, all you need to do is practice. Like, let me ask you this. How many hours a day do you aim train? How often do you practice?
How many hours?
aim? How often
I play Valorant every day.
how often do
Nearly
you
every day.
practice aim?
How often do I have to practice?
Practice, like, aim training, Kovacs, or...
3 days a week. I'll
3
be
days
honest,
a
I
week.
don't do as much here, and I
Alright.
know that's one of my weak points.
Alright, and how long do you spend in each session?
At least 20 minutes, like if I'm gonna do it full on.
So an hour a week, roughly?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, you aim train right now for an hour a week, which, alright, that's fine. How many hours a week do you play Valorant?
Valorant I play a lot more, like you're looking at 3-4 hours a day.
Okay, so you play a decent bit. Let me do some mental math real quick. So 4 times 7 is 28, so like roughly 4% of your week is spent in an aim trainer. That's fine. That's fine. If that's what you enjoy, that's fine, right? But the thing is, how long have you been keeping up consistent with that aim training? Like, when did you start doing your 3 days a week and keep with it?
Like recently, very recent.
Okay.
There was times when I wasn't even doing it. Now I normally use Kovacs to like.
Very recent, as in like the last year, last month, last
Yeah,
week?
yeah. Like last 3 months.
Last 3 months? Okay. Okay.
When I first started gaming on mouse and keyboard, it was. Let me put my volume down because I feel like I'm raising my voice. Basically, when I first started mouse and keyboard, which was like 5-6 years ago.
Yep.
Then I would be doing a lot more. But recently, because of the fact that I felt like I needed to do it then. But now I'm just like, I don't do it because I'm so used to using mouse and keyboard, like it's second nature.
Okay. Okay. So do you think there's any benefit you can get from aim training?
100% mouse
Alright, good.
control, and I
Good,
think
good.
that's one of my weak points.
Alright, nice, nice.
I get very shaky. Like there's times when I should have killed that person, and I guess like kind of there.
So-
And I've been told by other coaches, like who I've had coaching when I first kind of started, is I don't really take my time, especially in Valorant, to shoot the player, as in to shoot the enemy. Like when I pop off, like I do so well, and then all of a sudden, when I'm like, there's games when I'm like bottom fragging, and I'm like, wait, what? Like I could have taken my time a little bit more in that one, for example, that kill, but.
Alright.
And there again.
So, the thing about inconsistency, for one thing, if you're gonna be fighting, or sorry, if you're gonna be playing a game like every day, you're gonna play someone different every day. You're gonna have different teammates every day, or maybe 5 stack, I don't know, but you probably
Yeah.
have different teammates often.
Yeah. There are times when I'll be playing with my mates, but that's
Yep,
very rare.
yep, that's what I thought. So you'll have different teammates and different enemies pretty much every day.
Yeah.
All right, launch up Kovacs for me. We're gonna do a few things, but so
You want
that'll
me to put
cause
up cover?
inconsistency. You're different. You have different skill levels on different maps. That'll cause inconsistency, and also just random chance. Like you might be good in one situation and not in another, and you might get more
Yeah.
of that situation when you're in a good game than in a bad game.
Yeah.
Even though there's nothing really about people's skill that cause that to happen. It's just a lot of things can happen to cause inconsistency when there's
Yeah.
like variations in skill level and ranked. So I wouldn't really worry
Cool.
too much about it,
Yeah.
about that per se. But that being said, I sent you a link to a book that reading it, a lot of people have found it's helped their inconsistency. I've read it a few times. Very good book. Um,
Got you.
yeah, it's about tennis, not about gaming, but it's more about moving the body, performance,
Yeah.
etc. Yeah, if you can open up
Got you.
Kovacs for me, that'd be
Yep.
helpful.
Should I leave?
Yeah, yeah, we won't go back to that.
Oh, we won't go back, so I can close it, right?
Yeah, you can close that.
Yeah. All right, it's just booting up. So yeah, that's what I found, and like I have like such a bad habit. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing bad. It must be my mouse. It must be my keyboard, or it must be. Do you know what I mean? Like it's
No, it's
so,
definitely not.
and I'm getting in a loophole.
The reason, the only time you can say it's your mouse is if you have an actual specific reason or thing that that mouse would fix, and then
Hmm.
you switch to that mouse and you can say, okay, this specific thing happened when I changed mice, so therefore it helped. Like, for example, I
Gotcha.
really prefer light mice, like the
Yeah.
HSK Pro Ace, because it doesn't require me to tense my fingers a lot to keep it stable. I could immediately tell that difference when I switched mice. Like, what mouse are you using right now?
It's the HTS Plus. So the HTS Plus, sorry,
All right, that's like
4K.
40 grams off the top of my head. That's a
Yeah,
solid, that's
it's
a
about
light enough
49, I
mouse.
think.
That's
Yeah.
light. That's a good mouse. There's nothing wrong with that mouse. It should not, maybe it's not the best mouse. Like for you, for example, I'd really prefer an HSK Pro Ace to that because of the size, shape, etc. But it's not the kind of mouse where if you switch to a different mouse, you will have a major skill change. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fine. It does not matter what mouse you use if that is your main mouse. So
Yeah.
don't worry about it. Let's see. So that's what we're gonna, so that's the first thing to think about.
Hmm.
The
That does
second
help.
thing I want to think about is, do you have a, so don't worry about your mice or keyboards. Those are not why
Yeah.
you fail. You're just super
Gotcha.
tense, etc.
Yeah. 100%.
Let me think. Don't switch through those things. That's stupid. Um, Show me what you do when you aim train.
So currently, I've been doing this one here.
Centering one wall, two target, small flicks, pass you,
Or
extra
if
slow.
I'm
Hold
not
up, hold up. Let
doing
me finish
this,
watching that. Finish. Let me finish reading
cool.
this. One wall, two targets, passive perfected. Valorant small flicks. Let me open up Kovacs real quick. Where'd you get that playlist from?
I
Valorant
think it was
Radiating.
online. It was online. I think it was a YouTube. Yeah, just a YouTube kind of thing. Which I was doing. So, and I found it really well because it was kind of, especially with like centering and moving
All right,
targets.
let me see you play centering.
Cool.
Yep. How tightly you gripping your mouse?
Quite tight. I can feel it.
All
So
right,
now
let's
I've loosened it up.
just now.
Yeah, just now.
All right.
and there was a video I've watched that you was doing coaching with someone, and
Yep.
basically was like instead of flicking, you kind of smoothly go to it. So I've been starting to do that as
That's
well.
good. That's a good thing to do. Um, hmm.
Still not perfect, but yeah.
No, it's much better, especially when you relax your hand. You were off it a lot less. Your pace improved a lot. I think if you replayed that, you'd probably high score because the second half, I think you were on pace, but we don't need to do
Yeah.
that right now. Just make sure you're relaxing your hand. What I want to see is hit next.
Okay.
Go to pass to extra small horizontal slow. Hit
Play it.
challenge. Stop the playlist first
Yep.
and hit challenge and play it. Let's see.
Just play.
You hit play, and then it should have a pop-up. Hold up.
Yeah.
Hit escape. There should be a little pop-up if you try to challenge it. Maybe if you free play and then back to challenge.
Mhm.
Play it. Hold on, just pause this for a second. I want to look it up on my own.
Mhm.
Passive, extra small, horizontal, slow. Passive, extra small, horizontal, slow. It's called.
I can check that. Yeah. Pass it extra small
Yep. All right.
horizontal.
So I literally made the scenario myself,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell you it's not a very good scenario as the person who
Okay.
made it. Carry on playing with it, and I'll show you why.
Okay. Should I just play? Yeah.
Yeah, restart it so we can see what you get as a score.
Yeah.
Okay, you're playing it better than I expected because that is okay. That's more like it.
Sometimes I have a habit of tracking, and I
Yep,
kind of
I've
have
noticed
to
that. I've
tell.
noticed that.
I have to tell my brain to like
Yep,
stop doing that.
yep. All right, not bad. You're playing it.
See, then I panic and I just start clicking, which is so bad as well. And I
Mm-hmm.
start tracking again.
Yep.
There was a time I was using raw Excel as well. And I felt like it gave me confidence because it slowed down my micro adjustments,
It's just
which I
extra
felt,
settings to worry about. It's not really necessary. I
yeah.
don't use it anymore.
So that was quite poor from what I normally do. But yeah.
All right, nice, nice. So let me see what we should be doing.
Mhm.
All right, so what you noticed there is you played it a lot like floating heads,
Mhm.
where you would sit in front of the target, let it fall into your crosshair, move on to the next target.
Yep.
So that's cool and all. That's probably the best way to play the scenario, but that's also why it's not my favorite scenario because it doesn't let you kind of work on your dynamic micro adjustments getting back onto people's head. Let me pull up something from earlier in the stream while you were in Valorant. Let me find this.
So-
Let me just skip ahead. Yeah, you spent like 4 minutes in that loading screen. That was insane.
Mm.
I want to pull up a specific moment. I remember it was funny because you had like the one of the worst blunders of the deathmatch right as you were talking about how mouse and keyboard was second nature to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I was this at maybe. Alright, this shows one of the things I want to look at, not the
Do
moment I
you want
want to
me
look at.
to come on your screen? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen in a second.
Should I stop streaming Kovacs? Yeah. For
No,
now.
no, no, just leave it. It's fine, unless it like kills your internet.
Nice.
All right, so watch this.
Mhm.
That's
Can't. Yeah,
all
pretty
right, but it's very slow, not very reactive to him. You let him get past you. That's the issue with that right there, but that is
oh,
not what I wanted
go
to
back a
see.
little bit. Sorry, can you go back a little bit?
Yep, yep,
Because
sure, sure, sure.
I
So watch
wasn't
this
sure.
right here. You're very slow, not really reacting to him. Better than shaking around a bunch, but you go over him at one point, so you're going slow, but
Hmm.
you're still not able to stop when he passes over your crosshair and click him, which means that you're not benefiting from that slowness, which is an issue. And you're also just not in control. But the one I want to see is this one. Yep, there you go. You couldn't even move your crosshair towards him. You just kind of had to pray that your movement would get him, and you were
Yeah,
like just
yeah,
unable
it's
to
true.
move. He goes down, you can't move. You're just your mouse hand did not move at all in there. Ignore my Kovacs. Um, yeah, so that was a bit of an issue there. Show me your screen.
Hmm.
It's very hard to work on fixing those techniques in a scenario this small.
Got
So
you.
hit done. Go to online scenarios. Search up passive extra or no, sorry. Pure G horizontal clicking Valorant. I don't know why I said I was thinking of the scenario that I didn't want you to do.
All right, this
Pure
one.
G. Yep, top one.
Let me just download it.
Nice. You don't have to click download when you play
Yeah,
a scenario.
cool. Play, play.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So here you pretty much just stayed and waited for the bot to pass over your crosshair, which doesn't actually let you work on the techniques of like being able to move your mouse towards someone, right?
Yep, exactly.
So what I want you to do is try this again, right? But
Hmm.
actually try to move towards the bots, not let them fall into your crosshair. Even though that is a strategy people use, it's not the one I want you using when you play this.
Okay, cool. So replay.
Yep. Make sure you're not gripping your
Watch.
mouse too tight.
Yeah, I've just loosened it again.
Nice.
Oh my god, it's so much harder when you do it that way.
Yep. All right, so now I want you to replay it and make
Hmm.
sure you don't let your crosshair pass over the target. Like if your crosshair is on the target, don't let it happen where they just switch like your crosshair's on the right of the target and the target's on the left. Now all of a sudden your crosshair's on the left and your target's on the right. No. If your crosshair passes over the target, you should be clicking on it and killing it.
Okay, cool.
So replay it. Nice. Nope. 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 Nice. Come on. Nice. Nice.
Oh my.
Don't, no. Alright, so that's really what you'd want to focus on trying to do in this scenario.
Mhm.
Actually moving your crosshair towards the bot and also
Gotcha.
clicking on it. So pure G horizontal clicking Valorant.
So
Valorant.
if I miss the target, then what do I do? Because it keeps on going left from right, left from right.
Go to the next target.
Okay, got you.
And don't be afraid of missing. It's a reload scenario. So one of the benefits of that, no accuracy scoring. So you can, if you feel like it's about to pass over your crosshair and you don't time the click perfectly, that's
Mhm.
better than not clicking at all.
Got you.
Do not let it pass over you without clicking. Aim faster. Aim better. Aim better. Stay smooth. Don't be still with the crosshair and hope the bot moves correctly. All right, let's go to the next scenario. Search up, hit on search up boon. Just search up the word boon, and then hit enter, and then nice. Search up strafe. Put strafe after that. Same word. Like,
Oh, it's the same word.
yeah, it's like two combined words. So like boon strafe. I think that should make. Okay, nope. Try different words. You were right. Go to the second to bottom one.
This one,
Yep.
play.
Yep.
I'm gonna download it because I'm gonna need it. So,
Yeah, I'll make you a playlist at the end of the
oh, sweet,
session with
perfect.
whatever
Thanks.
I want you to train on.
Cool.
Play it. You also are moving, or at least you should be able to move. Try to
Oh,
move.
as in I should be strafing
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
because it's a Valorant strafing scenario. One of the things I noticed was you weren't really good at synchronizing your left and right hand movements.
100%, I agree. Do I like have to hold onto him or just click onto him?
Oh, hold. Your goal is to just keep your crosshair on the person as much as possible using your movement. Try to track their head, even though, like, I don't think it'll help with in terms of points.
Do I move my crosshair tool or just keep in one position?
Keep the crosshair, try to move the crosshair, try to always be moving the crosshair. In fact,
Gotcha.
do you know what anti-mirroring is?
No.
Basically, if the enemy's moving to the right, you
Mm-hmm.
want to move to the left, right?
Got you.
So if they're moving to the, but like your left and your right, so like you'd be moving in the opposite direction of them because here, let me
Got you.
do
Got
a
you.
little Google drawing for you. Let's say new more
So
Google
if the
drawings.
bot is moving to my right, I need to go to left,
Play
basically.
game. Let me show you exactly what I want to show you.
Hmm.
This is a shape, a circle we'll call it,
Let me just quickly go back to your screen.
purple.
I'll just stop
So
sharing my screen for a
no
bit so I can
worries.
watch yours.
No worries. Let's say this is the enemy. Let's say it's a Valorant enemy, not a Kovacs enemy. And hold up, delete that. And selection tool, Control C, Control V. This is you. You're an
Are you
only.
sharing? Are you sharing your screen?
Yeah,
Because I
is it
can
not
just see
popping
your
up?
logo.
Oh no, it should be popping up. Let me try stop sharing. Share screens. Screen one, go live.
It's got your logo
It's
right
a
there.
screen. It's a screen, not so to unclick from my camera if you're clicked on my camera. Like if you clicked on
I
my
don't think I did. I just clicked on streaming. I can't see it. Hold on. Let me try and.
leave the call and join
It
back real
says
quick.
leave the comms.
Leave the call, join back immediately.
All right, cool. Yeah, I can see it now.
All right, cool. imagine you're green, the other guy is purple. Now you both have the goal of lining your crosshair onto the other person. You both have this goal of, let's just make this actually start from here, go here, and we'll have this one start from, you're both holding the guns in your right hand
Mm-hmm.
and trying to shoot the other person. So you both want to line up these crosshairs. Now, if this person is strafing to the right to
Mm-hmm.
throw off your crosshair, so what they'd do is they would move like this, right?
Yeah.
Now you have two options. You can either move your crosshair with the guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you can keep your crosshair as it was and also move your own self to stay caught up with the guy, and all of a sudden you're shooting at him again, right?
Got you.
So because of that, you're basically negating both of your advantage. This guy doesn't have to move his crosshair. You don't have to move your crosshair. So it's a fine tactic to use some of the time, right?
Yeah.
But to use it all the time means that you will only really be able to beat people as skilled as you are. So let's say we instead try to move in the opposite direction of the guy. You see this guy starts moving left, so
Mm-hmm.
you decide you're gonna move right. Watch this. Okay, hold on a second. We reconnect these. Now you're able to move your crosshair because you're practicing it in this scenario. So see
Yeah.
how, oh, okay, why is it not sticking to that point? This is really annoying. Nice. So you're able to move your crosshair, but this guy has to move his crosshair this much to keep up with you. It's opposite to his motion, and a lot of people I've coached have no ability to do this in Valorant. So if you can do it, you immediately have an advantage. Instead of trying to strafe into them, strafe out of them
Got you.
and move towards them. That'll help you a ton.
Okay. Got you.
So what I want you to try to do is be strafing opposite to the guy like this and keeping your crosshair on him in this scenario that you're
Mm-hmm.
playing, and then you'll be able to throw off his crosshair and have a massive advantage in Valorant.
Do you want me to do it again?
Yep. Nice. You got to be moving your crosshair and your body, and you're copying him again opposite, not yeah, opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Even if you're not moving, try to, like, if you hit a wall and you're on the edge, still try to keep your crosshair on him.
Yeah.
And if he's moving in a way where you're stuck on a wall, you can move in the same direction as him to get towards the middle and then move in the opposite direction. Don't move with him, move against him. Nice. You didn't hold down shoot once. You didn't hit a single shot.
Oh yeah.
No
Yeah.
worries. No
Cool.
worries
Do
at
you want
all.
me to redo it?
And no,
Oh
it's
no.
fine, it's fine.
Cool.
Because that
But that
was
felt so much. This scenario, I have seen this scenario and I've tried it and I hated it. But just doing it that way, it helped so much more for me. I felt like I had my crosshair a lot longer on him than I did in the first round, and I done it.
you did not. You had your crosshair basically
Oh
never
yeah.
on him. You were struggling a lot,
Okay.
and I can tell, but that's fine because what we're
Mm-hmm.
trying to do is give you something that'll be harder for you, but also harder for the other
Cool.
person,
Okay.
right? So it definitely is. You probably felt like that because you were just so focused on the new technique versus just kind of mindlessly doing that. And when you
Gotcha.
focus more, you feel like you might feel like you do better because you're aware of your crosshair being on more.
Makes sense. Yeah.
All right, so hit done. Let's scroll down all the way.
Oh
Um,
shit.
uh, delete the word strafe and add the letters WP. Perfect. Top one or second to top one? One of the two.
This
The
one.
bottom one, bottom one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Gotcha. That's right.
Play it. Same concept, except you have no box to move in. Keep trying to
All right.
anti-mirror him. Anti-mirror. It's like you're right next to him. Stay on his head, not his body. Anti-mare, not mare.
I have to move my arm a lot more on this one. Is it just because it's like smaller, 5 meters? Oh, for God's sake.
Huh?
I have to move my arm a lot more. Is that
Uh-huh.
because of the fact that it's just a smaller thing?
It's because it's a wider angle thing, so he moves
Got
more
you.
relative to you. Like,
Yep.
let me show you something real quick. A lot of people think of movement in games in terms of how much distance the person traveled, right?
Hmm.
So let's get rid of this. Now you're the purple guy. So this arrow is your gun, right?
I don't know why it's not showing me again. Let me
Leave and rejoin real
disconnect and
quick.
reconnect again. There you go. Yep, I can see it
Nice.
now.
This is the enemy.
Hmm.
Enemies here. Enemies this far away from you, right? They might move very slightly,
Hmm.
and you have to change your angle that much. If they're this far away, they all of a sudden have to move like 5 times as much for you to change that much. If you're right up close to them and they move a very small amount, all of a sudden you have a massive angle. Whereas if they move that same amount far away, it'd be
Hmm.
a very small angular motion. And angular motion, because you're just rotating your character to aim, angular motion is all of what
Got
aiming
you.
is. So that's all it is. Like if someone's
Got
really
you.
close to you, you're gonna be moving your arm a lot more than they are very far away from you.
Got you. Makes sense.
Let's see. Let's try something else. Let's go to a static scenario quickly. I want to see how you play there. 1 while 6 target small. Just you don't type anything and it's the fifth one down
Okay,
already.
cool.
It's one of the most popular scenarios, so they keep
That
it on
one.
the top. Yeah. Just want to see how you aim in this. Yeah, just play it. It's a static scenario, so you don't really have to force yourself to be smooth. You can aim fast. Nice. Let's see. Cool, cool, cool.
One thing on when I play this one is I notice is sometimes I'm in the flow and all of a sudden because I have to use my arm as well in some scenario in some situations, like it throws off my aim as well and that flow. So I don't know if it's because my sensitivity is too low. Once again, going back to sense, which is really annoying. I shouldn't.
What's your sensitivity?
25. I change it all the time, but
What's
it's
the
the one I
DPI?
stick 800.
It's on the lower end. It's not really a big deal.
Yeah,
Again, the only problem with changing sensitivity is when you expect a result from changing it. Like you expect to
got you.
suddenly become better just because
Yeah,
you made a new sense. Like that's not gonna happen. And as
cool.
long as you
Got
don't
you.
do that, you'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. Sweet.
So let's think for a second. Hit done. What you would do, actually, we're gonna play that again. I don't know why I told you to hit done.
Cool.
But what you want to do is only do one micro adjustment. You know what a micro adjustment is?
Yep.
All right, only do one. Let's see it. Are you gripping your mouse tightly?
Yeah, I'm trying to loosen it up again.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gripping it quite tight,
All right,
and then I had to
so
loosen it.
in static scenarios, what I want you to work on is efficient micro adjustments.
Gotcha.
So what that means is you'll do one micro and you won't stop before a micro. So let's go to a scenario, hit done. Let's go to hit free play. It's a little glitch that happens every now and then.
Hmm.
Uh search one wall, four targets, small, Pokeball.
All together.
Yes, but it's 1W4TS. It's like an acronym. Sorry,
Oh, got you.
yeah, sorry about that. So you type word one, the letter W, then the number
As in
the
just
number
one
one, number
board.
one. No, no, no.
Yep.
Number one, letter W,
Yep.
number four, no
Got you.
space, no space.
But
You put a space.
yep.
S space, and then Pokeball, like the thing you'd catch Pikachu in. Second to top.
That one.
Yep, play it. Hold down, shoot the entire time. And your goal here is to hold down, shoot the entire time, right? So it's not a clicking. Nice. Your goal here, one, you want to stop on the targets because they have health. So you can, if you fall off them, they'll get that health back. I'm sure you're noticing. So it
Hmm.
forces you not to make multiple micro adjustments. And two, you're already kind of doing it, but you want to work on not stopping your flicks completely, instead just easing into a micro adjustment and having one micro adjustment, making sure it's efficient, and also have fast flicks don't glide. That's the one thing you're kind of sacrificing here. But try to keep the flicks fast enough. Nice, it's looking pretty good. We're still in free play, I just realized, so the challenge isn't going to end. Hit escape.
Oh,
I only wanted to switch to free play because that when the menu disappears, the
yeah.
only way to fix
Got you.
that glitch is to go from challenge to free play for whatever reason. So let's see. That was a good run.
Hmm.
You did good. You did the things I wanted you to do. So what we're gonna work on.
I just have to set a constant reminder to myself to
Yep.
stop gripping the mouse.
So now what we gotta do is I guess you could call it psychology, but it's not really psychology, but whatever you want to call it.
Hmm.
Let's think about this. How many you've currently trained 1 hour a week, right?
Yeah.
I want you to train every single day. If I
Cool.
make a playlist that lasts 15 minutes, will you be
Hmm.
able to do it every single day?
100%. Before playing or after playing?
Either. I don't care as long as it gets
Okay.
done. I don't want it to
Yeah.
be I'll play it before and then you finish playing and you're like, "Ah, I'm tired, I want to go to bed." That can't happen. But if
Okay.
it's today I want to play it after, today my friends just got on, I want to play it after, or
Got you.
today my friends are getting on in 15 minutes, I'll play it before. That's fine. Whenever you feel like you're more focused and just want to do it, it's just important that you do it. It doesn't matter that much when you do it.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, no, I'll probably do it before always, so then it becomes more of a habit. Then I have to do it before I play.
Perfect.
That's why I put myself as aim training. So yeah, cool.
All right, so let's see. What we're gonna do is we're gonna name the playlist after you. Your username is Silas. So what I'm gonna do on the playlist, I'm gonna throw on some. I'm gonna open with some simple static. We're gonna do Pokeball. I'm gonna share my screen so you can see me
Cool.
make it. See what scenarios I throw on there.
I was doing the
Okay,
same
I'm,
thing
I'm
again. Let me
really sorry.
let me rejoin the call.
Just let me know when. All right, I've never done this before, but I very much have to go to the bathroom. So can we just pause the coaching
Yeah,
session
yeah,
and
of
like
course. Yeah,
just
yeah,
resume it when I get back? And
yeah.
if we
All
need
good.
to go overtime, we can. That's fine. All
That's all
right,
good.
thank you. Sorry about that again. Let's
It's all
see.
good.
So we were at the point where I make the playlist?
Yeah.
Perfect. So 4 targets, extra small. So we're gonna throw on this scenario. We're gonna throw on. Wait, no, I don't want the extra small version. I want the small version for you. So this scenario will help with the smoothly transitioning your flicks into micro adjustments, and we're also going to throw on wide wall 3 targets, pokeball small, blue ball auto frenzy, wide wall 3 targets small. And these 2 scenarios will do that. But where we're only training for 15 minutes, I don't want to spend too much time on those. Pure G horizontal clicking Valorant. This scenario will go on. This is the dynamic clicking scenario. I'm going to give it 5 reps. That'll be a lot of help for you. What we're gonna do Boon WP. This one, Boon Strafe. We're gonna throw on a bunch of Boon tracking scenarios. Short strafe tracking, 40 meters. Strafe tracking Guardian. Strafe tracking 5 meters. Strafe tracking 30 meters. It's 4 scenarios. We have that makes 6, 11. So we have room for 4 more scenarios. Strafe tracking 10, 20. 25. That should be 15 minutes. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. So what this is just a bunch of pretty much random boom movement scenarios because they're all designed the same way, right?
Yeah.
Where they
And on these strafing ones, you always want me to go to the
yes,
opposite direction.
I always want you to anti-mirror because otherwise you'll fall into your old habits. And now this is the part where we get to what matters the most. So overall slash in-game tips. It's really easy for someone to aim train a bunch, right?
Hmm.
And then just never actually be good at aim training or applying those tips to the game, right?
Yeah.
Because they just don't apply the things to the game just for the sake of not doing it, right? Like
Hmm.
that's if that makes sense.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is you have to actively work. You can't just aim train and expect your gameplay to get significantly better if you don't work to apply those things into the game. So
Makes
what I
sense.
want you to do, I want you to make sure that you are holding, so in game, I want you to make sure you keep your tension down. That's just overall. You do not want high tension on your mouse at any point. There's no need for it. Just tires out your hand.
Yeah.
Let's see. Keep tension down. What I want you to do, I want you to focus on trying to anti-mirror moving enemies for the first bit and move your crosshair to them as if it were a dynamic clicking scenario. The static stuff will apply much more easily because you
Hmm.
don't really panic as much when flicking and it's just easier to apply, right? But the
Gotcha.
dynamic stuff, you really got to focus on applying the anti-mirroring, applying moving your crosshair as if you were in a dynamic scenario, if that makes sense, right?
Gotcha. And is that in game, right? You want me
That
to
is in
do that
game. Well, that's yeah, yeah. You want to basically take the techniques we talked about above and
and
put
then
them
bring
in
them in.
game.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Let's see. So you want to focus on trying to anti-mirror. You want to. That's very
You know,
important.
the second one, like a focus on anti-mirroring, moving enemies. I can do that in range as well, can't I? Because I can put like eliminate 50 and then
You
do
can, but those
yeah.
bots tend to be really predictable in terms of their strafe patterns. One, two,
Gotcha.
they're one shot. So since they're really predictable one shot bots, you're really wasting your time trying to strafe against them.
Got you. Got you.
The boon scenarios, like let me pull something up. See my screen, right?
Still on your Discord.
Yep, perfect. Oops.
I can't see anything changing. It's still as in it's
No,
in
no,
the
I'm not. I'm
oh,
I'm staying on Discord. I gotta find it
yeah,
first.
I can see it change. Yeah, perfect.
No, I gotta pull something to my screen that shouldn't be changing. I'll tell you when it should change.
Cool.
Yes. All right, here we go. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
This is a boon scenario overlaid in the Valorant range.
Got you.
As in, that's the bot relative to the player, and that is the range bot, as in, you can strafe around, move around. It's literally the same thing.
Got you. Got you.
That's why boon scenarios are cool. So, like, if that's what you're getting at with being able to use the range for
Yeah, I
practicing
think that.
that.
Yeah,
But the boons are already 1-to-1, so it's not super important.
perfect.
All right, so let's see. What else do we need to get into? So, do you have any questions for me specifically, things you wanted to answer that you feel like I haven't answered yet?
Honestly, no. You've literally covered all my weaknesses. I'm quite surprised you've done that. But yeah, no. You've literally figured out movement was one of my big ones, and
Yep.
moving crosshair while I'm moving, which I wasn't doing. No, honestly, you've literally smashed it.
Thank you. You weren't expecting that.
No, I wasn't. Like I knew how good of a coach you are. But I've had coaches before, and I was like, oh, I was expecting for it to like go great, but not to a point where you pinpoint everything that I actually need to improve on, and I know I need to improve on these things. But you've made it easier where you're basically bringing it from an aim situation as an aim trainer scenario to game, and I
Yep.
haven't had that before. So no, it
Yep.
does really. I know this is gonna help you massively.
Exactly. I'm glad you noticed that because that's kind of the point of aim training. Like a lot of people think of aim training as like one activity.
Yeah,
Like you just aim train. That's not really how it works in reality. What you really want to be focusing on is not just mindlessly aiming per se,
yeah,
but instead really looking at, okay, I do this wrong in game, I'll do this right when I play an actual,
yeah.
like I do this wrong in game, so in a name trainer, I want to do this so that my skills apply to each other, and that's really the point of aim training. If you're not doing that, I'd say you're training wrong.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Nice. So if you got nothing left for me, I did say if we had to go overtime, we would, but I don't really have anything else to talk to you about. So if you got nothing left for me, I good to call it a session. You
Yeah,
got
no,
your
I was
playlist. Do
really
you know how to
happy
use
with
the
that.
share codes?
Yeah, already downloaded it, so
Perfect. It'll take
yeah.
you 15 minutes, play it once a day,
Yeah.
and let me know how you progress. Let me know when you hit Immortal so I can throw something on Twitter for people to look at. Just let me know how it progresses, etc.
Cool.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that.
All right, of course. Bye.
Take it, bye.
Before I do any twittering, I'm gonna end my stream. Oh, hey, I'll answer chat. Hold on a second, chat. I got you. Was good. What's up? I'm chilling. What's up, boys? Hello. Uh, his aim is fine and his movement is not bad either. I think he just needs to practice more. Practice what though? That's kind of like the point of aim coaching to figure out what to practice. Like a lot of people, like practice is not one homogenous activity. There's a variety of things you can practice. Hello. Just wanted to say, been working on the playlist you gave me. Been working well so far. Can't wait to fall. Glad you liked it. Hope it works. Hey, really enjoyed the stream. I sent you a message regarding some potential coaching if you could check that out. Whether you could help in my situation. I'm guessing it's on the site. Let me check. Coaching. Hey man, this sounds like the same person. This would be you, I'm guessing. Basically, you used to play Fort. Oh, I don't really know if this is you. Oh, I actually don't know which one of these is you. I'll answer both of these on the site later today. But yes, I will get back to people. Goodbye, chat. I love you guys. Your mouse is a. I love you guys.